Florida, you should be very happy you're not watching a tape of Geraldo right now. Welcome to Studs. I'm Mark DiCarlo. Very special week, as you know, all this week on Studs. It's Fantasy Week. That's right. Not only is it that, but it's also a double Fantasy Week today. We have 3 single, unattached ladies on that couch. Those 3 ladies went on blind dates with the 2 guys we have out here. The only thing is, I'm guessing the guys knew a little bit more about the women than vice versa before they went on the dates, because all 3 of our ladies have appeared in this fabulous magazine during the course of their careers. And, there's one of our studettes today. There's another one of our studettes today. And the 3rd studette is so new and fresh, her magazine isn't even out yet. There's her picture right there. So let's meet them, shall we? Wow. Welcome, ladies. Glad to have you here. Let me introduce you to everybody right here. Right next to me is Robin Denise, the pet from Penthouse, April 1992. Give her a big hand. Next to Robin is Justine Delahunty, a 23-year-old pet, and she's from December 1991. Give her a big hand. And way down at the end is Jamie Dion, a 20-year-old pet. She's on the newsstands now. Give her a big hand. Jamie. So has your dating life changed since you've appeared in this magazine?
Well, magazine? Well, not really.
No?
No. Notice a little bit more, but...
You get noticed a little bit more?
Yeah.
And guys come up to you and say, hey, I've seen you, blah, blah, blah. You want to go
look familiar, type of thing.
Well, describe what kind of guy are you looking for?
Well, spiritual, very athletic. I love that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How about you, Justine? Has your life been, your issue was out December 91, right?
Yeah, that was my international. I've appeared in 4 other countries besides the United States.
Uh-huh. What kind of guy are you looking for nowadays?
I like a guy that'll really make me feel secure, not financially. I'm not talking about financially, but personally, mentally. Somebody that can make me feel really secure about myself.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right, that sounds good. Robin, now your issue won't come out until April of this year, right?
Right.
Okay, so now is your life pretty much normal now, or?
Yeah, it is.
All right, now what kind of guy are you looking for?
Honest, outgoing, funny, smart.
Okay. Well, let's see how our 2 studs match up today. Let's meet Joe and Paul. Come on out, guys. Joe, good to see you. Glad to have you here. Paul, have a seat there, guys. All right, guys, right next to me. This is Joe Ross. He's a 20-year-old plastic engineer. Give him a big hand. And next to him is Paul Thomas, a 20-year-old fitness marketing manager. Welcome, Paul. 28. What did I say? 20. Big difference. All right, guys, you know the rules. The guy with the most hearts at the end of the show will get to go on a fantasy date wherever they want to go, and we'll pay for it. Sounds good?
Sounds great.
All right, Joe. What physical feature do you find most attractive in a woman? What kind of type?
Well, I've got my own theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's the 4B theory.
4B?
Yeah. I think I'm initially attracted to a beautiful face.
That's 1B.
That's
face.
1B. And then we move downstairs a little bit to the breasts. Breasts are nice. Then spin them around a little bit. Then nice set of buns. Buns, they both.
Sure.
Okay, those 3 Bs. And then brains. I almost forgot brains.
Yeah. All right, well, we asked the ladies what they found attractive about you, Joe. And here's what they told us. One of the ladies said that Charlie Sheen's smile really lit my pilot light. Second lady said his alabaster skin is ivory soap perfect. And the third lady said he's so hot my chin still hurts where it bounced off the ground.
That Charlie Sheen's smile really lit my pilot light. Jamie?
Jamie?
No.
Oh. What'd you say, Jamie?
I said his alabaster skin is ivory soap perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
You like a guy with smooth white
Well,
skin?
that's the first thing you notice about him. It's like he could be a spokesperson for the Ivory commercial. So that's what you're right.
Scoot over, Mark.
All right. Who actually did say Charlie Sheen or the pilot light thing? Oh, you did? Why?
No, because I thought he looked like Charlie Sheen. That's who he reminded me of.
Uh-huh. You think Charlie Sheen's a good-looking guy?
Sure I do.
Uh-huh. All right, Paul. How you doing? Now, when we told you were going out with 3 Penthouse pets, did you do anything differently than you would if you were going out with 3 other women?
I took a shower.
Yeah. Very thorough shower.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, not really. Just kind of actually toned it down. I was expecting 3 good-looking ladies, and they definitely were that.
We asked the ladies what they thought the first time they saw you, Paul.
All right.
And here's what they told us. One of them said, his legs rise from the earth like 2 giant sequoias. Second lady said, those baby blue eyes are as gentle as a little lamb. And the third lady said, just call me Beauty because I've got a date with the beast.
I guess we'll go with those baby blue eyes are as gentle as a little lamb would be Jamie.
Yes.
There you go, right off the bat. Sensitive, you can tell if a guy's sensitive and nice by looking at his eyes.
Yeah, that's definitely the first thing I noticed, and his eyes stand out, definitely.
All right, his legs rise from the earth like 2 giant sequoias, or just call me Beauty because I got a date with the beast.
Just call me Beauty because I got a date with the beast would be Robin.
Yeah.
There you go, 2 out of 2, Paul. See the biggest guy you've ever dated?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah. You like big guys?
Yeah.
How come?
How come? Because they're big. They can take up for you.
Take up for you? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
well, like when we were going through the bar, there would be a lot of people there, the clubs we went to, and I could just kind of sit behind him and let him push all the people out of the way.
Okay, we're going to come back and find out more about our studs and our pets, so don't go away. Welcome back. Welcome back to Studs here on Fantasy Week. Guys, you are sitting in the catbird seat, guys. All right, Joe, we're back to you. How do you make sure that a woman's having a great time when she's out with you on a date? Is that entirely your responsibility?
Initially, I think it's the
So what do you do?
gentleman's responsibility. Try to keep the initial conversation directed into something she's interested in talking about, something she knows something. I'm not going to go there and start talking about basketball or...
All right, well, we asked them if they enjoyed their dates with you, Joe, and here's what they told us. One of them said, any guy who can eat more meat than me is my kind of guy. Second lady said, every movement of his butt drove me deeper into my saddle. And the third lady said, I love a man who knows how to clean my cleavage.
Any guy who can eat more meat than me is
Be
my...
more excited, Joe.
Any guy who can eat more meat than me is my kind of guy, was Jamie.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so what'd you do on your date, Jamie?
We went to the best restaurant. I swear, it was the best restaurant, and we had these humongous New York steaks, and I was starving. I hope he was too because I can eat. You know? I'm not ashamed of that and stuff, and he was, and he kept up with me.
Well, every movement of his butt drove me deeper into my saddle. Or I love a man who knows how to clean my cleavage, Joe. This is for the Vegas heart.
Every movement of his butt drove me deeper into my saddle, was Justine.
Yep.
There you go. What does that mean, Justine?
Well, we went horseback riding, right? So we were on these horses. They hate each other. They hated each other, so I had to ride behind him because his horse wouldn't let me pass him. So I had to ride behind him, so I got a pretty good view of what he looked like from behind.
All right. Paul, when women are done dating you, what do they remember best?
I don't know, hopefully just being a gentleman or chivalry or treating them like a lady.
One of those things.
One of those things, somewhere there.
All right, we asked ladies what they did remember most about you, Paul, and here's what they told us. One of them said, one jiggle of my Georgia peaches, and his eyes spun around in their sockets. Second lady said, there's nothing more entertaining than a man that laughs like Flipper. And the third lady said, one lick of my niblets, and his tongue began to glow. Go ahead there, Paul.
All right. One jiggle of my Georgia peaches and his eyes spun around their sockets would have to be Robin.
Duh! There you go. What does that mean?
I'm from Georgia.
I know you're from Georgia. Isn't that where Atlanta is?
Yes, it is.
All right, so,
Yeah.
okay. So you're from Georgia.
From Georgia, and I live there now, and they had the little dance in Atlanta. We all call it the shake, and it's just where you go out on the dance floor and just shake everything you have.
like Flipper, or one lick of my niblets and his tongue began to glow.
One lick of my niblets and his tongue began to glow would be Justine.
Yep.
There you go. All right, let's see the niblet dance.
There is no nipple dance.
All right, well, what does that mean?
We went and had Thai food for dinner. Mm-hmm. And I had curried vegetables, which is kind of spicy. Mm-hmm. And so I fed him a bite of my vegetables. And he gulped a little water, and it was a little too spicy for him. So that's where that came from.
Uh-huh. Was the whole date kind of spicy?
Yeah, it was great, actually. It was absolutely wonderful. We went to Disneyland, too, and cuddled quite a bit at Disneyland. It was...
Where do you cuddle at Disneyland?
In line.
It's a small world after all. All right. Joe. You usually get romantic on a first date when you're with a woman?
Absolutely.
We asked these ladies if there was any romance on their dates, Joe, and here's what they told us. One of them said, gee, he hugs just like my Grandpa Johnson. Second lady said, he handed me his business card with the passion of 1,000 salesmen. And the third lady said, his lips warmed my flesh like a hot oil massage.
His lips warm my flesh like a hot oil massage. Was Justine?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Joe and I had a date.
A date?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
We went horseback riding, and then we went for a long walk on the beach. A very long walk on the beach, matter of fact, hours. And we talked about everything, and then when we were done, he walked me up to the limo, and he gave me a hug, and he gave me a really nice kiss on the cheek. It was really nice.
Any pet schmecking on the date, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah? Gee, he hugged just like my Grandpa Johnson, or he handed me his business card with the passion of 1,000 salesmen. It's a lot of passion there, Joe.
I have a lot of business cards.
Yeah.
He handed me his business card with the passion of 1,000 salesmen. Robin?
Oh, there you go. What does that mean, Robin?
No, we were at dinner, and he gave me his business card before the date even got started, because I know if I don't give you this, I'm going to hate myself tomorrow.
What do you sell?
Depends on which business card I give you.
What card did you give her?
I gave her an entertainment group that I'm part of, Mellow Entertainment Group.
Mellow Entertainment Group?
Yep.
He's telling me he can help me a lot out here in L.A., so I have to keep in touch with him.
Paul, how about you? Any romance on your dates?
A little bit.
Yeah? All right. Let's ask ladies if they thought there were any good romantic moves on your part. One of the ladies said one squeeze and he almost popped his cork. Second lady said his hand shot up my leg like a heat-seeking missile. And the third lady said one burst of his passion and I was airborne.
His hand shot up my leg like a heat-seeking missile would be Jamie.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Little Sputnik action here.
Well, me personally, on the first date, I don't get real physical. You know,
Okay.
I like to get to know a person and stuff. And Paul doesn't know this, okay? So he'd put his hand on my leg, I'd rather not and stuff. Later on, he'd put his hand on my leg, I said, well, no, Later on, same thing. He just, I know it. First get on.
Well, why'd you keep putting your hand on her leg if she told you not to, Paul?
I was going with the moment, I guess.
All right. One squeeze and he almost popped his cork, or one burst of his passion and I was airborne.
One burst of his passion, I was airborne, would be Justine.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys are doing great. All right, so you went to dinner with him, right?
Yeah, I went to dinner and then we went to Disneyland.
Disneyland. Happiest
And
place on earth.
Happiest place on earth. And we definitely turned into two little kids.
Did
there.
you?
It was great.
That is a
yeah.
great place.
Grabbed a hold of his hand and dragged him around Disneyland. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, so.
And at the end of the night, we had quite a long ride back. And at the end of the night, he said goodbye and he gave me a hug. And when he gave me a hug, he picked me up off the ground. And it was a real nice, warm, great hug. And he gave me a kiss on the cheek also, but he lifted me up off the ground, so I was airborne.
Should have taken her on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
That was the first ride.
We did.
yeah?
We got our own boat, too, matter of fact.
Your own boat? You didn't kiss her? You had your own boat. You didn't kiss her in the Pirates of the Caribbean, Paul? Yo ho, a pirate's life for Paul. Come on back. We're going to find out which one of these guys is going to buy a woman sexy lingerie. Don't go away. Hi, welcome back. All right, guys, here's the deal. Now, you know, before the show, we talked to the ladies. They gave us some descriptions of you guys. You just tell me who they were talking about, you or your co-stud Paul, all right?
All right.
Joe, who's most likely to be ticklish, you or Paul?
Me.
He says Joe. Ladies?
Joe.
Oh, there you go, Joe. Comeback trail. Why would you say that, Robin?
Because I think I tickled him.
You think you tickled him?
I'm sure I tickled him.
She a good tickler?
Great tickler.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Paul, who's most likely to impress a woman's parents, you or Joe?
Probably, I don't know, I'd say me.
Okay, he says Paul. Ladies?
Joe.
Why, Jamie?
He has that all-American look, the kind you want to take home to mom and dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah? Joe, who's most likely to buy a woman sexy lingerie, you or Paul?
I honestly think it would be me, but I think they'll say Paul, so I'll say Paul.
The old double reverse. Ladies?
Paul.
Oh, very well done, Joe. Why, Justine?
I think Paul's real sure of himself, and I think since he's a gentle giant, but since he's such a big guy, I think he'd really like for his woman to dress up in some real pretty, delicate, lacy lingerie.
Uh-huh. You like that kind of stuff?
Yeah?
Uh-huh. Paul, who's most likely to tell a woman a dirty joke? You or Joe?
I'm gonna say me.
Yeah?
I'm gonna say me.
He says him. Ladies?
Paul.
Oh, there you go, Paul. Why, Justine? Did he tell you one on your date?
Yeah, Paul told a lot of jokes.
Funny jokes?
Yeah, he told some funny jokes. He enjoys going to comedy clubs.
All right. Joe, who's most likely to make love on the beach? You or Paul?
Me.
Ladies?
Joe.
There you go, Joe. You are coming on strong. Why'd you say that, Jamie?
Well, he lives on the beach, like he's saying. He has 2 roommates, so you would think, you know, he'd be forced to take his dates out, you know.
All right. Paul, who's most likely to scream out his own name during sex? You or Joe? And when you answer like it's actually happening. Paul! There you go. He says, Paul! Ladies? Paul! Oh, there you go. Why would you say that, Robin?
He couldn't get anybody else to scream it out.
No! We'll be right back and find out who is the bigger stud. Don't go away. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have 3 beautiful Penthouse pets, 2 incredibly lucky guys. It must be studs, and it must be fantasy week. All right, we have a really close game here. How many hearts you got there, Paul?
8.
Oh, 1 away from the ultimate stud, but you're doing pretty good. Joe, you got 7. You came on strong there at the end. Anybody can win. It's anybody's ball game. Double or nothing now. All we got to do is have you tell us which pet you would like to date again, and if she wants to date you again, boom, you get to go and we'll pay for it. All right? We'll start with you, Joe.
First off, I'd like to say they all fit my B theory, so that threw that out the window. I didn't pick Robin. We had an incredible time, a lot of excitement. We went crazy for 5 or 6 or so hours. I don't know what time I got home, but it was fantastic. I didn't pick Jamie, although I would love to go out with all 3 of them again. I'd love to go out and do the steak thing with her anytime.
Pretty magnanimous of you there, Joe.
Yeah, well, you know, no, I'd love to see them all again. But anyway, I picked Justine.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. It was almost like an advantage going on a date because it kind of took the party atmosphere away from it and really,
Focus on the person.
Exactly.
Okay, well, if Justine picks you, where are you guys going to go?
We're going to go do some nude snorkeling down in Cancun.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Okay. Nude snorkeling. Be careful you don't burn your buns there, Joe. Paul, same deal with you. You're in the lead.
Well, I gotta say, like he said, all 3 ladies are definitely gorgeous. Really beautiful, real nice. I didn't pick Robin. We had a good time, but I don't think there was any sparks as far as on an intimate level.
No schmecking.
And I didn't pick Jamie. I'm definitely attracted to Jamie. She's a beautiful lady. I would like to see her again. But I also picked Justine.
Well, you can this month.
I also picked Justine. We had a lot of fun. She's real easygoing.
So you picked Justine, all right.
Pick Justine.
And if Justine picks you, where are you going to take her?
I actually like to do one of those 3-4 day cruises down to Ensenada.
Wow. Okay, all right. Well, very good. Now, Robin, neither of the guys picked you. But was this a fun experience for you?
I had a blast.
Well, we definitely enjoyed the dance lesson, believe me. Would you show us who you picked? Joe! Jamie, same deal. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did.
Cool. Well, it was fun having you down here. Would you show us who you picked? Justine!
Do I get a drum roll or anything?
You get whatever you want. We are right here. This is it. The entire show is foisted upon your shoulders. Do you feel the pressure?
I feel the pressure.
If you pick Joe, you're going on a 3 or 4 day cruise. No, you're going to Cancun to snorkel naked. If not, you're going on a cruise with Paul. What's it going to be? Paul!